Hello, my friends, and welcome back to a brand new Realm News. I am your host, the Dark Lord, the one who puts the real in Realm and expands your mind one block at a time. I hope that you have all had a great week so far and are enjoying your weekend that has just arrived. Hopefully, this show will make it even better. I am coming at you live today with poll time. And with that said, let me just check to see if I am, in fact, going live right now. I just want to see if everything's running smoothly here. Yep. Okay. I just want to thank everybody that's here listening. I have a great show for you all today. I'm not able to deliver you a real or round portion on the show, today's show. Instead, I needed to make more time this week to focus on completing my book or my novella, Torvingi in the Village of Alp. So you can all finally read that. I've had several people lately ask when it was going to release. And so that's what I'm trying to do. My artist, Sam Howard, who I've talked about and who I've had on the show several times, just sent me. I woke up this morning to one of his chapter illustrations, and I got to finally see what Grimble the Grayskin looks like, and it looks amazing. My artist is amazing. However, we do have a great show today. I posed an interesting question on Iron Golems that you will not want to miss, so stay tuned. I also got quite a few comments I want to share with you all. I'm ready to start the show whenever you're ready. So let's go, folks. I'm ready to rock and roll here. Let's cue
It's
it.
poll time.
Yep, it is poll time. And for those new to Realm News, poll time is how I engage with the Minecraft Reddit community weekly. In fact, I just literally posted a new poll at the Minecraft or at my Realm News subreddit. Go there, go check it out. You can click at the bio link on my Twitter profile head right there. And there's a link, it'll take you. You'll see a Reddit option. You can click on that, and you'll find the poll time right there. And I ask all sorts of questions in these polls, like, do you like fish? Do you use copper blocks? And many, many more that I've posed during the past year on Realm News. And this week, I have a really fun question. I'll go ahead and read off what I posted on the Realm News Reddit page. Here it is. I'm quoting myself here. Quote, hello, friends and fellow crafters. I have an overdue question for you all. Do you craft iron golems or steal them from villages? Mojang gave us the Iron Golem as a defense mechanism from the hostile mobs that roam the overworld and to defend villages from illagers. I personally have only constructed 3 Iron Golems. They are an expensive mob to craft, costing 4 iron blocks and a pumpkin. I wanted to find out if you craft them or just steal them from natural villages. Although naturally spawned iron golems are not obedient strictly to you and will harm you. Let me know with comments and vote at the poll. Happy crafting, end quote. And they did. They voted. 42 people turned up to this poll. Thank you to all those who participated. Just want to say. And commenters, I will begin to you after I read the results here. I offered in this poll 4 options that I will list off right now. 1, I steal them. 2, I craft them. 3, I craft and steal them. 4, I don't use iron golems. I'll go ahead and tell you what I voted for before I read off the results. I personally voted for both. I craft and I steal them. Yes, I do. Um, Yeah, the first and only iron golem that I had stolen was the iron golem from a natural village that I personally named Wallachia. In fact, the Wallachians are the people who populate the majority of my vast realm. It is a basic plains town situated on an inlet to the Ampa Ocean. It is a very tranquil, simple village with not an ornate design in their architecture whatsoever. In fact, it is probably the most boring looking village I have ever discovered, but it was my first and I love it dearly. This village happened to have an iron golem milling about it. It would lumber a random perimeter within the village. Just walk around, boom, boom, all day long. I had expanded my capital city of Seatown, though, which resides on the Ampa Ocean, right in the middle of it, about 1,000 blocks to the east of Wallachia. This massive new expansion was given to my girlfriend, who goes by Gaia Divine. She quickly turned this into a beautiful, thriving community. She built a residential area made of a beautiful array of glazed terracotta blocks that matched the adjacent market area. This was all around the reflection pool near the library lighthouse that towered over the bustling cobblestone streets below. I wanted to gift her something, and so I traveled to Wallachia with my lead in hand. I leashed their iron golem and set back to Seatown in my boat. I soon had the Iron Golem in Gaia Divine's market area to safely protect her citizens. It still lumbers around there to this day. In fact, it has killed me several times in the past 2 years after I have accidentally struck it. That is my stolen iron golem story. As far as constructing them, I've done this, I believe, once or twice. In the natural village I dub Hearth, the capital of Midgard, I constructed an iron golem just for the making of my episode titled The Iron Golem Part 2. I also have one iron farm, and that has processed, I don't know, several thousand iron golems in the past couple of years. It is called the Mushquash Iron Prison, and it houses 20 permanent employees. They're manufacturing iron golems into iron ingots, or at least that's the headcanon for making this Minecraft iron farm work in my world. You may have to sacrifice 20 villagers to make this work, but it's well worth it, folks. You will have an infinite supply of iron at your disposal with one farm. I have thought about building a second, but the one I have is sufficient enough for all my endeavors. That is about the extent of my iron golem making and stealing. Now, I would like to now read off the results for this week. Let me remind you of the options I provided for the poll that questions whether you steal or craft iron golems. Here they are again. 1, I steal them. 2, I craft them. 3, I craft and steal them. Or 4, I don't use iron golems. I shall start with the loser this week. Out of the 42 total votes that the poll received, the steal them option received the least amount. This group garnered a measly 3 votes. This can be considered good news for villagers. To put it in a different number, that's only 7.14% of the people in this poll who strictly steal iron golems. I don't know what they do with them. Maybe for protection. Maybe they render them into iron. Now, moving on to third place out of the 4 options is the Craft and Steel group. They earned 9 votes, which equals out to be 21.43% of the total votes. And I, your humble host, falls into this category because, as I've stated earlier, I have stolen and crafted iron golems. The next two, the craft them group and don't use them group, each earned 15 votes apiece, or 35.71% of the total votes, just a little over a third of the pie each. That's a pretty good outcome. I was somewhat shocked to see that so many people invest iron into crafting iron golems. I mean, honestly, I am. I think, what is that? In total, 32 iron ingots or 36, something like that. Last time I checked, I can't remember. I'm not judging. I just think that they do. They make excellent protection for villages. I just don't do that often myself. I mean, I have an iron farm, so um yeah, I don't build iron golems, really. I build walls. Perhaps we'll get some more insight when I read off comments here in a bit. At first, I was a bit caught off guard that so many people don't use iron golems, but then I thought about for a while, and it kind of makes sense. They're not really necessary for village protection. A simple wall around a town makes far better protection as opposed to a slow, meandering mechanical beast. And I just think, why waste the iron when you could use that iron on armor, weapons, rails, and many of the other items in the game that iron's required in order to make that item. It I don't know. To me, it's just not justifiable, or that is my hypothesis on why people don't bother using iron golems at all. Now, let's read off some comments left by Minecraft enthusiasts. I would like to start with a commenter who goes by the name of Sunny Gal. They say, quote, I craft them for my base to protect villagers. I steal them for my iron farm to kill. End quote. Okay. I think it is safe to say that they fall into the craft and steal category. I can fully understand this because I'm in this category too. For me, it's a cheap way to get some iron golems, just steal them. I don't see a harm in stealing villagers' golems. I will steal them if I have to, because I always put walls up around every village that I find in the overworld, and I ensure their safety. So they essentially don't need them. They can just come with me. However, my iron farm is automatic, and I just don't need iron golems for iron. I would use them. I would use the iron golem just as more of a showpiece, I guess. But thank you so much, Sunny Gal, for that awesome comment. Next, I have a familiar face to the show. Big Into Science says, quote, once I have fortune, I tend to accumulate a lot of iron. So I just go ahead and craft them. I like them not attacking me when I whack them by mistake. That said, most of where I want them is in with my villagers, so some tend to pop up on their own. End quote. They bring up a good point that iron golems, well, I should mention about iron golems again. I have mentioned this in the past in my iron golem episode, but there's a distinct difference in crafting your own iron golem as opposed to stealing one when it comes to loyalty. If you want to learn much more about those iron golems and real life golem making through mysticism, then I recommend that you go check out that episode, Iron Golems, at Realm News, wherever you enjoy podcasts. I'll leave the link in this show description after I'm done with it. Now, golems in real life are very obedient creatures, but only obedient towards the person who created them, their master. They don't obey anyone else. This is reflected in Minecraft as well. If you have accidentally struck an iron golem in a natural village, then you know this. It has happened to the best of us. I've been killed many times by accidentally because I play on a tablet, so my touch screen, I've accidentally swiped an iron golem a few times, and then I just get obliterated. They're strong creatures. They're I know they're, I believe, the top three when it comes to toughness. I believe three or definitely the top five. But however, if you craft iron golem yourself, then it won't harm you if you accidentally strike it, is what I'm saying. It's your golem. I must say this. Someone left a comment that mentioned something that I was not familiar with. I want to read to you all. I actually just read it today. I don't know how I missed it, but it was from a person who goes by Z Kint VT. Quote, if you heal an iron golem, they won't attack you from then on. At least on bedrock, that is. End quote. I have yet to try this out, and I need to fact check this. Fact check that for me, please, people. I haven't had time to do it. I just saw that comment left before going live here in front of you all. So that's interesting to me. That's super interesting to me. I made that Iron Golem episode on Realm News a long time ago, months and months ago, like back in July. I may have said that fact to you all back then, and I just don't remember, but I'm pretty sure I didn't know that. So please do fact check that. Not saying I don't trust you, Z Kent VT, but that's just very interesting to me. If you're right, that would mean that the Iron Golem's loyalty is quite questionable and very pliable. Just very interesting. I have one last comment for this week's very, very brief episode, folks. This was made by Kaizilla5000, who says, quote, I remember one time I made over 30 golems and the next day couldn't remember why in the world I did. At least my villagers were protected, LOL, end quote. I replied back saying, quote, dang, you had a literal army of iron golems, LOL. Did you ever get raided by illagers? Question mark, end quote. Kaizilla 5000 said, quote, yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I did a few raids. The illagers never got close, LOL, end quote. I bet they did. That's an absurd amount of iron golems, a virtual army of iron. Amazing. I would have loved to have seen this. This made me remember something. About a year ago, I found the most beautiful, naturally spawned village to this day that I've ever found in a snowy biome. My brother named it Sleepy Hollow. It is an appropriate name, I think. At one point, I had considered building a vast iron golem force to surround this village for protection. I opted for a wall instead, as is my usual modus operandi. I appreciate that comment, Kaizilla 5000. I look forward to seeing more of them in the future from you. That is the last comment that I have for this week's poll, my friends, which brings me to the end of the episode. I would like to thank everyone who participated in the poll and those who left comments. It is always a pleasure to read what the Minecraft community thinks, and you can go right now and participate in the poll that I literally just posted. Let me see. Let me look at my watch or my golden clock. Hang on. My golden clock here says I posted that about 30 minutes ago. So go take that poll. And I believe the question that I posted was, do you have beehives? Do you like bees? Do you craft them? And leave a comment. I ask, what do you manufacture from the bees? Or why? What's the purpose in it? Why do you like them? I would love to know. Please go participate in the polls. Go to the Reddit. Go to the bio link, click on the Reddit. It's always a pleasure to read what the Minecraft community thinks. I also would like to thank all those who joined this very last minute live recording today. It was completely unscheduled, so apologies to those who weren't able to listen. And before I leave, I'd like to say a huge thank you to some Patreon members: Pink Light, Joro, B Rubs, Nightstake 9, Tony, Moon, Dalton the DM, and Iridescencia. Thank you for all being members at the Realm News Patreon. Your monetary support keeps the show going. It allows me to devote more time in research and creating higher quality content for you, all of you. If you enjoy Realm News and would like to help perpetuate this show, please become a Realm News Patreon member today. I have several tiers. You can even sign up and be a free member. I have a ton of great content that's free for free membership. And I have 2 episodes out right now for everybody to listen to that isn't available yet. I'll leave a link in the show description. Thank you all for listening, and happy crafting. The Dark Lord signing out.